Imagine yourself sitting at a table covered with a mountain of delicious things. Huge bowls of pasta, loaves of warm, freshly baked bread, and massive, gooey cinnamon rolls. Now imagine yourself sitting at this table and not being able to eat a thing. Doesn't exactly sound pleasant. Unfortunately, this is the reality that people diagnosed with celiac disease must face every day. Some may have the question, what exactly is celiac disease? Even though the Celiac Disease Center has shown that the prevalence of it has doubled every 20 years since the 1950s, many people are still unclear exactly what celiac disease is. To sum it up quickly, celiac is an autoimmune disorder where the body can't digest the proteins found in gluten. Gluten can be found in many different things like wheat, rye, barley, even some oats. When gluten is eaten by a person with celiac, their body immediately goes on the defensive and starts attacking itself. Their body mounts an immune response that attacks the small intestine, and these attacks eventually lead to the damage of the villi in the intestines. When the villi are damaged, nutrients cannot be properly absorbed into the body, and the body begins to have problems. At this point, you may be thinking to yourself, wait, I've heard of being gluten-free is the hip new way to lose weight. The truth is that a gluten-free or a celiac diet is not a fad diet. In fact, doctors have said that for the average person without celiac, going gluten-free does not offer any additional health benefits. Many gluten-free products can be higher in fat, sugar, and calories, while being lower in fiber, which can then lead to weight gain. The bottom line is that gluten-free junk food is no healthier than their gluten-filled equals. I could not stress it more. Celiac disease is not a fad diet. It is a real problem that millions of people deal with every day. According to the Celiac Disease Center, it is estimated that 1% of the United States population suffers from celiac disease, and as many as 97%, or roughly 2.9 million of those people, are undiagnosed. This disease can be very hard to diagnose because it tends to present itself in many common gastrointestinal ways. It's very common for a person with celiac to have chronic diarrhea, abdominal pain, rapid weight loss, and sometimes weight gain, arthritis, and terrible headaches. The most accurate way to be tested is for a doctor to do a colonoscopy and take a sample from the intestine, specifically test it for celiac. Because of the inherent risk of a colonoscopy and many common intestinal issues that present themselves, it can take years for a person with celiac to finally be diagnosed. Now, one might ask themselves, can a person with celiac just deal with the issues and not have to give up gluten-filled delicious delights? Unfortunately, while these immediate symptoms can be controlled to a certain degree, the long-lasting, life-changing consequences of the disease can be much harsher. People who go without treating their celiac have been known to suffer from hair loss, cancer, ulcers, seizures, and fertility issues. Children with untreated celiac have signs of malnourishment, which affects their growth and causes hormonal issues like depression and can cause late puberty. The good thing is that simply taking the gluten out completely of their diet, a person can reduce these dangers almost 100%. This is a diet that doesn't allow for cheat days or slip-ups here and there. It has to be a total life change to see the lasting benefit. The really hard part in living a gluten-free lifestyle is trying to figure out what different names gluten can be called on nutritional labels. Gluten hides in many different ways. It can be found under the names bulgur, farro, or gram flour, just to name a few, and can be found in everyday things like lunch meat and soy sauce. Along with watching the nutritional labels at the grocery store, eating out is incredibly difficult. Many restaurants hide wheat flour in seemingly innocuous places. One would think that French fries would be safe for a celiac person to eat, but this isn't always the case. Besides being cooked in the same oil as other gluten-filled things, some restaurants like McDonald's soak their French fries in a wheat and broth solution that they feel enhances the flavor. Also, one should never assume that because they ask for meat in something like a taco, that they are only going to get meat. Taco Bell uses a wheat mixture to bulk up their meat that makes it go farther. But like many things in life, being informed is the key to being successful. Celiac is a painfully misunderstood disease, and people need to become more educated on it. While it's not always the most fun, enjoyable lifestyle, dealing with cancer and seizures is much worse. A table full of gluten-filled goodies is delightful, but nothing should be worth more than a person's health. Now that you are informed, you have to ask yourself, are you one of the 2.9 million undiagnosed? It might be worth finding out.